Oh, hi, I just want to do a video for Brent, actually, who's helping the veterans with PTSD and other issues like that, depression and anxiety. And I just wanted to share my story about how ASM and hypnotherapy and NLP really helped me when I was in a really bad way. It's kind of hard to talk about this. But yeah, a few years ago I was very unwell. I was very ill mentally with complex PTSD, chronic depression, anxiety and suicidal ideations, where I'd actually planned what I was going to do, how I was going to do it and when. And I was in such a dark place I couldn't see a way out of it. I just wanted to escape the torment and the recurring thoughts and the lack of motivation, and I had no hope. I thought that the world would have been better off without me, and it was a really dark place. Anyway, I actually told a friend how bad I was, and she suggested I saw a hypnotherapist, which I did, which helped. And another thing that really helped turn it around was going to ASM 1 and ASM 2, and it was a year ago. And I remember going there and thinking, I don't know if this is going to help, but you know what, I've got nothing else to lose except my life, basically, because I was just so fed up with feeling like this and having nightmares and flashbacks and watching my daughter suffer because of the abuse that happened to her. And it was just unbearable. It would have been easier to leave. And the only thing that actually stopped me was leaving my 2 children who were adults, and I could not do that to them because we've had other members in our family suicide, and the ripple effect and the pain it caused, not just to the immediate family but to the extended family and friends, was enormous. Anyway, so I went and did ASM 1 and ASM 2, and I remember going through it and really having my buttons pressed. And there were many times I just wanted to get up and run out of the room, but I'd made a promise to myself that I had to try and do the best I could to get better. I couldn't just bail on the world if I hadn't tried. And I really felt if I had tried everything and then I didn't feel better, well, at least I knew I tried everything, and I could kind of bail out kind of with a clearer conscience. I know that sounds really weird, but I think you guys will get it. So ASM 1 and 2 gave me breathing space, but it also showed me that I was in control, that I was actually the master of my own destiny, with how I let my thoughts either run amok or how I learned to control them, and also how I could actually change a situation that would trigger me, especially with CPTSD. I would trigger quite easily. A huge trigger for me were men. After being raped when I was younger and abused physically, emotionally and mentally on and off by picking really great partners for years, if a man spoke to me, I'd be like frozen, but want to run. It's a real dichotomy, isn't it? Anyway, so with ASM, my main thing was actually to get over that and like men again. And what was really interesting is where I stayed with, and no one did this, I chose this. I shared with 2 younger guys who were delightful, and all the work I did with people ended up being with men through most of the course. And of course these men were delightful, caring, good men, which was really nice to see. And I remember at the end of it just looking at the whole experience and thinking, my God, there are good men in this world. They're not all horrible predators, abusers, and it really lifted me. It really was the start of me healing and looking at the world through different eyes, but also garnishing skills for myself and tools that when I was starting to be triggered, I could stop and use the tools to lessen the effect, not disassociate, keep myself calm, not end up in a panic or in bed for a week because I just wanted to hide. So if you're thinking of doing this, I really recommend it. I will recommend it highly. Because once you know that you've got the power yourself, once you know that you're the one who's really in control, it will change your life. And you'll not regret it for 1 minute. So please, if you're thinking of it, go for it. Go for it. Brent is amazing. He's been there and done it. And, so many of us have been through it all, dark depression. And we're here to say to you with all our hearts, you're okay, you will make it. Just make the effort to do ASM or work with Brent or whatever you need to do. You can get through it. All my love to you all.